Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual living room. It is your girl Lovey, and we are all back in the lab to discuss something that is worth discussing this week. Sorry, we had to take a break last week because everything felt like it was Groundhog's Day. Every episode was exactly the same as since episode what, two, three? Same thing over it.
Mhm.
So we came to a collective decision that we would recap two episodes per week or every other week leading up to decision day, unless it's actually something juicy. Okay. Yeah, we're here to recap episode, was it 12 and 13? Is that it?
Okay.
Girl, don't
I
nobody
think
know
it's
the
13,
numbers.
14, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's how much we have lost count and we're very disinterested at this point. But last night was a good meal. We had something to chop our bits on and all that other kind of stuff. Right, right.
Mhm.
Few
We
moments,
have some moments.
few moments that we could discuss.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we got enough to chop on. We got a full plate.
Okay.
So as you hear, Bitter Betty Belinda over there.
My plate must be small. I'm on a diet because I didn't see a whole lot to talk about. Eating off of a salsa over here, baby, because it is not much happening.
And then we have Iva. Hey.
hey.
And then we have Lori. Hey, girl. Hey.
No.
And then we have Brown. Brown, you're not drinking the same sauce that your wife is on, are you?
No.
Oh, please. He went to sleep on that episode about 3 times.
I was on medication.
Is that what it is?
Found it a little difficult to make it through. So.
Surprisingly, I got through it. I watched it all. I was like, oh, okay, go ahead, love you. I got a lot of sleep left yesterday,
This week or last week's?
this week.
Oh yeah. This week, yeah, made it through.
Mm-hmm.
Last week,
Oh, yeah, that was.
I
a
was on
snooze fest.
medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on medication.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
It's not the
Last week-
doctor's orders.
Last week, I wish I was on medication. I fell asleep on that shit so many times.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. I need for them to go back to the drawing board and come up with another method, a new way of approaching this whole social experiment because it's not the same.
I
It
need them
it
to-
is definitely not the same.
It's getting
Yeah.
messier and messier. And even all the fan sites agree that it's totally different. Normally we see a lot more of the experts by now. We've rarely seen them this season.
Mhm.
So it's just, as Brown had said the last time, it's just overly produced.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need Australia influence. I believe I've said that
Mhm.
before on a couple of other seasons.
I think the sad part is, had it not become overly produced, it probably would have ended. I think it
You
probably
think
would have.
so?
Yeah, because I think what gets old is people go through and couples are successful. Like I think the crazy part is that gets old, and so you need a little bit of drama to get people in. But right now, it's just too much mess. So
Mhm.
you need a good balance of some good couples and some foolishness. Right now, we're getting a lot of foolishness. We're getting a lot of foolishness.
Gosh.
And it's not even like Chris and Paige was messy drama. This is just bad couples, like
Yeah.
ill matched couples. What we have, I don't know. I have a proposal midway going forward. If it's 8 weeks, at week number 4, couples should be able to decide we're going to do a switch.
Are we
Can't
doing an
switch with-
ultimatum?
Ultimatum.
Yeah, you can't switch out. You can only switch, one couple like within the show. Spice it up a little bit.
Did you see the ultimatum show, Brown?
I did not. I came
Oh.
upstairs. Belinda was watching it. I saw like 3 minutes and I turned around and walked.
That's exactly how I felt.
It was like, I can't do it. I can't.
Anywho, all right, so let's dig in. Are we doing couple by couple and cover them for both weeks? Are we just gonna start with how much I hate Noy?
Let's start there.
Annoying.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with Noy, aka Annoying.
Annoying.
Okay,
It's more than annoying. It's
All
it's
right.
worse than that.
so Here's my thing. Both she and Steve are equally responsible for the downfall of their relationship. Steve, I'm holding him accountable simply because she has stressed to him in the past about her prior relationship prior to him, how she moved to Boston to be with the guy and it didn't work out. She kind of said it flippantly, like in passing, okay, it didn't work out, blah, 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 blah. But after last night's episode where she broke down and cried, it made sense as to why she feels the way that she does. Hold on, hold your face, okay? Fix your face, Belinda, okay? I can see why she wants some kind of security. She needs that. And Steve needs to come out and tell her, which I think that he is a Prince Akeem and he is sitting on money with his face on it because he hasn't come out and told her. You need to come out of face and tell her, look, this is what I got in the bank. This is what I can do. If I need to go to work, this is what I can make. Period, point blank. Unless he has already explained that to her, which I'm probably betting that he has, but TV editing and yeah. So at this point, now that she has broken down, he needs to reassure her and be like, look, if this is what it's going to take, bet I'm going to do what I got to do. Or here's the cushion. Are you okay with that at least for another year or 6 months, whatever the case is? But Noy, I've always said it, she is annoying. She's very immature and it's everything is about her. All of these chicks is about themselves. I would give Jasmina a little bit of a break because at least they are trying, but all these other chicks is all about self. Why are you here, ma'am? And I believe that Noy pulled an Amelia and was like, hey, you want to be on a TV show? Sure, why not? She didn't want to get married.
And
All right.
Sriracha talked her into that because there's nothing about her that says she wants to be married to anyone. That boy could show her the money with his face printed on it, and that's not the issue. You're gonna come up with something else. But yes, Iva.
No, I agree. I'm waiting for you to finish because I have so much to say.
And I've been saying this, and this has been like my ongoing lesson about it's what you do in the waiting, right? So you don't know whether he has money or not. You don't know because he's not told you either way. But in the meantime, you are acting a pure, whatever the hell race you are, ass. All the time with the eye rolling and the face making and the, I don't have to do my social media because it's mine. Fuck y'all, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's not shown. That's not somebody I want to tell about my accounts. Okay, so you keep on posting subliminal messages on Facebook, and I'm keep on letting you think I'm broke because it's only pissing you off. It's not bothering me at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna sleep in this bed and kick this dog off the bottom of this bed.
Oh,
Right, my
mushy.
business. But Ken and I both were like, if I were him, I would stop doing everything for her. I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning up after your dirty ass. I'm not taking your damn dog out no more. All of that until you give me something. Because all of that eye rolling and acting up like she did, that is my trigger. Oh my God. I've been pulled over and told Noy to get out my damn car. But anyway, I digress. If he stays
Please don't
Yeah.
hold back. Please don't hold back,
I'm with
Belinda.
the
Right.
Okay.
right. Tell us how you feel. I'm with you on her. I was feeling a little cheated, and I would have felt like everybody else would have been feeling cheated at the table. You know, you don't want to talk about what's going on with you because I guess you guys are the golden couple, but you don't want to talk about what's going on with you. Now, Steve is being blasted on social media, even though she's saying it's not him, but then in the same breath, you turn around. Well, I can see how you would think that it's about you because I mean, I do have this. I do feel like this about you, but when I wrote that, that wasn't about you. I have other relationships. You lying. That's not true. And she's not seeing it from his point of view at all, as far as, okay, well, if that's true, do you not see how this might people might think is about me, now. Okay. So I was done with her on that because she's not compromising. Now, when she said the part about the moving, she wants the security and, because she moved in before. Now, you signed up for this marriage. Did you not realize, or did you think that your husband was going to let you keep your studio?
In her mind,
Why,
yeah.
girl, bye. Please, goodbye. But this is the same husband that you don't trust, that you think is broke, but you sit there and talk to everybody in front of you guys and say, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom and I want 3 kids. That's non-negotiable. But this fool over here broke, quote unquote. Let's talk about The Lindsay, oh God, anyway, she has so many opinions. I think Steve could buy and sell Lindsay. I think Steve can buy and sell everybody that's on those couches. And that's just how I feel. Now, I do agree that he should give her some security, and I think that he did give her a little bit because I agree, Lovey. I'm giving you just a little bit to not let you know that I'm Prince Akeem, so then you could be like, oh, well, now we can do everything. Like I can stop this, and I can no, no. You see how he cooked that meal because he's cooking, like he said, not every night, but I'm cooking a whole bunch.
Mhm.
And he's taking sushi out. Why? Because what did she say to him? I think we should split sushi duties or whatever. She was like, I think you should kiss my ass. Now, I'm a person who has a puppy. If I get into a relationship, that's still my puppy. Would I like for my person to help share some of my things? Yes, please do. That's cool. However, when worse comes to worse and it's coming down, that's still my puppy.
Did you give Gil the same energy?
Huh?
Did you give
No, we
Gil
didn't.
the same energy
I
about the
did.
dog?
Well, no, but that was my. He didn't make her. She didn't even like puppies. And then what
But he
happened?
expected her to.
Well, I don't expect you to do a whole bunch, but he bought her a pooper scooper. She turned it out to be like she got her own dog after the whole situation. She even ended up getting her own dog.
I know, I understand that, but during their season,
Girl,
his
they had
thing.
more issues than taking the dog out. Okay, let's just go
They did.
there.
They
They had
did.
way more issues than, oh my God, she's not gonna take his dog out. So let's go there.
But here's my thing with Steve. It doesn't take much to kind of understand his personality and how he works. Like he has a work ethic, even though he's not physically going to a 9 to 5. He cooks and cleans the house. When you come home to a clean ass house and you got a warm meal at night.
She don't come anywhere. You mean when you go in the living room?
Uh,
Mhm.
mm,
She works from home. I mean, I work from home too, but I'm just saying
but I'm
she don't
saying,
come. She don't come nowhere.
at the end of the day, he's still keeping house.
Correct.
So it's not
And
like
wants
he's a
to
bum
split that,
the
and it's
way.
not like she's had to pay any extra bills. Like he
Well,
said,
I'm with
I've.
Lori. Like, what bills do they have during this experiment?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess the food bill when he doesn't want to cook, they order out. Can we just say that? Oh,
Or date nights or whatever. He pays for all of that.
oh,
Mm,
let's just say that.
Maybe. But yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with what Levy was just saying is that I'm sure he gets up early. He's a motivated individual. He probably goes, works out, and then does things around the house. It's not like he's sitting there, playing video games or doing whatever. He is doing things for them and their household. And I don't see why she has a problem with that, other than there was some warning signs that I kind of caught on last night's episode, which I think we're calling 14, where they were in Vermont. Um, when they were doing the game, who would be most likely to?
Mhm.
Her answer of being a stay-at-home mom paired with her statement that wishing that the Vermont trip was extended a few days because she has to return to work
Mhm.
makes me to believe she is just envious and jealous of the situation that Steve is in right now.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
instead of being supportive and or just, acknowledging that that's more of her insecurity and more of her emotions, nothing that he is doing wrong, other than I guess he was just fiscally more responsible. She's just jealous because
Mhm.
I don't see anything else that she can complain about with him, because
Yep.
he's open to things that she wants from him, because he's had those conversations, like, he has those open communications with her, but I don't see her ever returning the favor. And
Oh.
is this one couple I thought for sure was like the golden couple. I am now saying, Steve, run fast. Because
Mhm.
it is a very immature thing that she's doing. It's an age thing, because the whole social media stuff, I went through that, as a personal thing. When I was going through a really bad breakup, I decided just to let all Facebook know about it. I listened to some of my really good friends and family who said, you don't want to kind of open that kind of door of negativity on your social media, and they explain certain things, and I was like, you know what, you're right, I listened to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the difference. Noy is just like, I'm not listening, I'm going to do what I want to do, I
Girl,
have my rights, and not really listening to the impact that it has. So
no. And I think that he's done a good job of expressing how he does not like it.
right,
Mhm.
and he even gives
Expressing
her
now,
examples.
exactly. Had he not done that, then he could be like, well, you're not being clear. You're being a little muddled like Lindsay, sir. But he specifically said it, and then he's brought it to the experts, and then he said it to her yet again. I do like that he didn't want to go to sleep mad, but then he was like, we still need to figure out a time to talk about this. This has to be talked about. We're not just sweeping this under, this has to be talked about. You want to have a kid in a year and a half, ma'am. So that means you're looking at possibly a year and a half from now. You want to stay home, right, Miss Lori? But now, isn't this man getting residuals or possibly getting residuals from the app that he created? Does anybody remember that part?
Mhm. I remember him saying that. Yep.
He said that at
Exactly.
one of the after parties. And in fact, it was funny. Last week, Keisha just asked Steve. I don't think she like point blank said, you know, how much money you got, but she said when Noy was here, or annoying was here last, she said the number that she would feel comfortable with, it, you know, for savings is 40,000. And he was like, oh yeah. He said it confidently. Oh yeah, we're fine. And even Keisha was like, oh, okay, confident answer. You're fine, Noy, she said to the camera. So
Mhm.
I thought that
I
was
don't
really
think
interesting.
anything is ever going to be enough.
Uh,
Ever.
Yeah.
That man could have a house like Bel Air, and it still would be enough.
Yes, I've
Bless
been
you.
waiting on Brown
Yeah,
because I,
Brown,
oh,
what you
bless
got
you,
to say?
because
I'm
I've been
waiting to
thinking
hear
about
this.
me too, because who is trash? I've been waiting.
I'm reminded of a song by the great Ludacris. The song is entitled "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way."
Move, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
Uh, Steve needs to run. Like
Mhm.
Lori said, Steve needs to cut his losses and go, because there are a couple things. One, Noy is, and I'm big on this. Noy is nasty.
Oh,
She is. She's not a clean person. She's not. She's not a very clean person, and Steve is very clean. So that will become an issue down the line. Two, she's super immature with not just the whole thing about social media is she knows it's wrong, but she's so hell bent on not being told what she shouldn't do that she's gonna anchor down and she's gonna dig in her heels and fight back, even on the subject you know is a fucked up subject. You know you're wrong. But because she doesn't want to be told what to do, I'm boring my neck and I'm gonna push back on this.
mhm.
Secondly, she wants, like Lori said, she said it last night with wanting to be home with the kids and not work. And if I can't work, you know what I mean? Like in her mind, if he's not working, then that means that I can't stay home. So she wants that life. So I'm just run, dude. Just run, run. Cause she's disrespectful. She's immature. She's nasty. Dare I say she's trash? All right. She is. She is. She's not trash in the Johnny sense of trash.
Right. But she's
Or
trash adjacent.
yeah, yeah, she is. She
Trash
Yeah.
is.
adjacent.
Yeah,
She
she's
is.
trash.
And
I've
I'm
been
I'm
waiting.
I'm so like we were watching last night and I was cursing Noy out. Like I was really done with Noy. Like, just get her off the fucking show because I'm tired of seeing her. I'm tired of hearing her talk, her little whiny
Mhm.
voice.
Mm.
I'm tired of seeing her bounce around. I'm tired of fucking sushi. I don't want to eat no sushi.
Oh
I
my
don't want to hear
God.
no sushi. I'm tired of Noy. I'm tired of the little dumb hats she used to wear. I'm just
Oh,
Look at her.
I want Steve just to
Right.
make his decision day, pull a Chris and be like,
Mhm.
you know what? This is my decision day. I'm out. I'm out.
I think
'Cause, you
when
know,
he said
yeah.
it's hard to give her criticism without upsetting her, I think that was a note from that Steve. Like, y'all remember when he said that?
Yeah.
Well, shit, that could be applied to each and every last one of these damn couples.
Ooh, Lord.
Except for Katina, she's just stoic when she's getting criticism.
Good,
But one
annoying.
thing that I want to say about annoying too is if things was to change, if Steve was to become, the breadwinner that we already know he's going to be and work so that Noy can be the stay-at-home mom, it's not going to be fair. It's the house is she's not going to do the same things that Steve does. Like, and she will
He
find
already
some
said
sort
it.
of excuse.
He already said it.
That
He's
house gonna
if
be
I don't do
dirty.
it, you're not gonna
Yeah.
do it.
They're gonna
He
have to
will
get a maid, or
Yeah.
he gonna move her
all
into
over
the
it.
Akeem
Ugh.
mansion.
You're gonna have
Yep,
to
and it's gonna be
you're gonna have
worse.
to have a maid and a cook.
Definitely, because she couldn't even make that man noodles.
No. All right. Who's next?
Okay, so Katina, blink once if you're ready to get
Girl.
out. Blink twice if you're ready to get the fuck out. Okay.
I'll be looking at her like, Molly, you in danger, girl.
Oh
Yes.
my God. Oh my God. Olajuwon, Isaac, whoever the hell you are. I'm so sick of him speaking for the two of them. And
Mhm.
Katina just doesn't have a voice at all. And I was thinking, based on last week's episode and this week's, Olajuwon is the kind of person who does not and cannot take criticism from a woman. He'll take it from a man,
Mhm.
but he will not take it from a woman. That's why he was trying to clap back to Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
and had to pick up his face when she walked in the room at
Finally, because we
volleyball.
ain't seeing them.
So, Olajuwon, I've said it before, you're so busy talking where you're not really receiving the information that's given to you. And I need for him to take a page out of Jasmina and Michael's book because when the two of them, and I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around, but the two of them, when they're speaking on whatever issues that they may be handling, they both include one another. It's not about my wife is doing so well. You sitting up here pointing out all the shit that she's done. My wife has done so well. You've done so good. Like she a fucking puppy.
Yes.
No, like he doesn't have any faults, and it's only
Oh, of
her
course.
doing well.
Of course. This is why he and Lindsay need to be together. White on white. Boom.
Ugh, no,
Okay.
that shit would never work.
I mean, it would never work, but it'll be entertainment because they're just alike. And they may very well they may get along because they are so much alike.
Only thing they would have was probably some like fiery intercourse, but they not.
Oh,
Wait a minute, Belinda, not their face.
no man.
It'd be more like hate sex. So BB,
Ah.
it's not anything like anything passionate. They probably wake up and finish and be like, yeah, high five. Well, I can't say that because I high five after too. So, but
Okay.
anyway,
No.
so they probably can't be like but yeah.
But I mean, Katina, I know you're probably trying to set like a tone, or you're not wanting to be that angry black woman or black couple on the camera, and you might give him the business behind the scenes, but you need to start speaking up for yourself. And I understand where she might be in her life because at 29, 30, I wasn't really speaking up for myself either. But she really needs to get into it and figure this out.
Now I do want to say that this might have been the best temperament that he's had, like in a
Hi.
conversation when he was talking about like the kids and the timeline of the kids. He was a little bit more calm. Maybe he had taken his medication. When he was
Mhm.
talking to her, it was like, how many years do you have left of school? Oh, two. Okay. But you want to have kids in 2 years. He did come with the condescending, but I understood. He was like, well, this is why I did all of this that I did. And then when she was like, I know what I can handle, he was like, nope, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to let you know this is why I did what I did, and this is why I paid what I paid so that I could play. We can't really do that with you. We're gonna have to work that out. So I thought that was maybe his best temperament. Now I don't know what money he's getting. We always talk about shirts, with us in our podcast. But I don't know who made him that shirt because he getting that little money. I'm talking to you and not at you because this is the third time he didn't wear that shirt. I need him to get another color. But anyway, so that was about the best temperament. that I've seen him, talk kind of even keeled and stuff to her, and not really talking at her, but really talking to her. But yeah. And now he's trying to fall in love with the 50s housewife.
Right.
He still be
Okay.
digging on her though, right? What she say? Oh, I was hoping because I really didn't want to cook for all them people. He was like, you weren't gonna cook for.
I don't know. He is still condescending. Like, who are you? Okay, yes, you did these things. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm glad that you accomplished these things that your house is paid for. You don't have any bills. I don't have any bills. I don't have any bills. Did you hear that about 4 times? Okay. So I'm glad that you don't. However, the average person at 29 does. So either you're going to say that I provided this for us and give me time to catch up, or you're going to shut the hell up about it. So I'm not impressed by that either. And she does always seem to be at a loss answering to him, and I hate that.
All right. So I have a different thought on that.
Of course. Come on with it.
This is what I do. This is what I do. They are my Eric and Virginia.
Oh, okay. That
They
bad?
are my they are my Eric and Virginia in the sense that, like Eric, Olajuwon's delivery is shitty. Like there's no better way to put it. It is shitty. It is horrible. It is disrespectful. It is shitty. I think he genuinely does care for her, but I think that there is a lot of truth in what he says. I do think that Katina is ch- childlike in how she handles her business, how she handles herself, how she, does things and move. I think because she was in her mom's house, I think she had no care in the world, and she just kind of lived by the seat of her pants. And that comes to personal, I think kind of finances, I think just everything. Now, I think what overshadows her shortcomings is how he talks and treats her. So you'll never get to see those things because again, his shitty delivery outshadows all of it. So long story short, I think they still will stay together, but I don't know how long they last. I don't know. I think she puts up with a lot of it because I think she may, on a certain level, appreciate kind of how he pushes her and rides her a little bit. But I don't know, man. I think there is some smoke. There definitely is some. What is it? Where there's smoke, there's
Smoke
fire.
there's fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
you've made
I
me
think that's
realize
kind of what
that
it
too,
is.
Brown. When you brought that up a couple of weeks ago about it's his delivery, but she still is kind of trash. So I've been looking at her through the brown glasses of, yeah, he's talking shit, but she is a little trash. So I feel you. I've been waiting for you to bring this back up because you did this like a
Yeah,
couple of, yeah. So I'm feeling you on that. Yeah, but yeah.
yeah. It's just unfortunately his delivery. He'll never receive any type of nobody will ever back him because his delivery is so fucked up. How he talks to her, his condescending nature, all of that is so fucked up. No one will ever see his side of
So
it.
you
And
don't never take so you don't see any issue with anything that he has said? It's just a delivery?
I think what's there is what he's trying to say are things that are valid. So the whole thing about you're in school and you want to have a baby, I think that's valid because to me that goes to just living life and not having a plan. And I think that kind of goes to how she's always operated. So whereas he's more structured in the sense of, hey, I laid things out, I did things this way, and so that do the things I had to do, so now I can do the things I want to do. I think that's kind of the thought, but how he says it and how he delivers it, it ruins it. It ruins it. And I think for her, it's just, oh, whatever comes, that's what we do. That's how I do it. And we'll worry about that bridge when we cross it.
But she
And
said that, Brown. She said that.
Yeah, that's how she's lived. And when you don't have responsibilities, you can do that. When you're living at home with your mom, you can do that. When you're not responsible to take care of any, probably your cell phone bill and these bad outfits and clubbing and doing this stuff, you can do that. So, are you adult enough to handle adulting? Yes, you're grown physically, but are you grown emotionally? Are you grown financially? And everybody goes through it financially. Not to say that you have to be living just financially set. That's not my thing, but I'm saying I think there is some truth to what he is saying. But unfortunately, it will always consistently be overshadowed because of how he talks to her, his delivery, and his actions. So that's my controversial take.
Okay.
Love Anisha?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Because my hand had been up for a minute. So look, Olajuwon is still sort of kind of operating as though he's single. He's lived like, I don't need for you to throw your accomplishments in my face because I haven't quite accomplished what you have attained. Okay. So when he was talking about, yeah, I got the house, I paid off my student loans, and I don't have any bills and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. And so that's what I did. And I set myself up. Okay, great. But you're no longer an I, it's a we. I set this up so that now you need to be speaking in the terms of an us. Okay, I was able to get all of this out the way because you know what? We're here, you're here, and I didn't set us up so that we can be comfortable and we won't have to have or worry about too many things going forward. Everything that he spoke about was in the I sense last night. And that was what was pissing me off. And so instead of kind of promoting her or encouraging her to be able to make some ribs other than using salt and pepper and barbecue sauce, hey, let's do this together. But don't try to tell me don't be sitting up here quizzing me about something that you don't even know how to do. Okay? So
At least Michael broke the pasta and put the salt
Mhm.
in the water. But you're right, he was trying to be taste tester. Let's keep that part funky.
yeah, so nah, I'm not feeling Olajuwon. Kick rocks, dude. I can't remember what my prediction was. I do think that they might stay together come decision day, but it's not gonna last. I don't, because I don't know what fantasy land or what TV show or who he's been looking at as the example when it comes to marriage. But nah, dude, this ain't it. Because again, you sitting up here pointing out all her faults, but you not really sitting up here pointing out what you have done. Where's your accountability? What are your fuck ups? I'm sorry, I'm
Mhm.
just cussing
That's true.
sailor today.
And when they break up, Katina can come and live with you on your couch. And you can
Why?
take
But
care
she
of
got
her.
Aretha's
No,
couch.
she going back to her mama's.
Mama.
Yeah,
But
she
that's
going
the
back to her
point.
mama's.
That's the point. She will go back to her mom and continue that whole lifestyle. And
No,
next thing you
I think
know, you think what?
I think that she'll learn something from it. I think that she will learn a little bit of like listen to what he's saying, or even though his delivery is jacked because she's always ended up in tears. I do think that she will take some of that in and grow forward. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
I do. I mean, again, I think, like we said earlier, she's afraid of him, kind of. So blink twice, girl. She needs to. She kind of needs to work a little bit, like on herself. I get you, Lovey. He did need to speak a little bit more French. Like, this is what I did because I'm trying to prepare for where I'm going. So we I have to set out for us. But he did say, he was like, I have a problem. No, I have a problem thinking about I'm gonna have to take care of her and a kid. That impacts me. So I was kind of like, oh boy, I want to travel. We can't do that. You want to have a kid. Okay, before you want to have a kid too. How much traveling you doing in 2 years?
Honestly, I think part of it is just looking at where she is, where he is, the gap between. I just think there's a level of immaturity there socially, and I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but I think that exists, and it just makes it's tough for him because he sees her as a future dependent as opposed to a partner. I think that may be it. He sees her as a dependent, and I think there are things that she has done or she does now that kind of makes her show to be a dependent as opposed to a partner.
But you know what? I would expect
Oh,
that from her. I would expect
wow.
I would expect that from someone in their age bracket. She's only 30. And the way that these millennials are operating today, they're not as motivated as we were at that age.
So, but they're all in their 30s. And again, just
Olajuwon is
because
29.
okay, well that's 30. So he's
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Well, he's an
Please be
exception. He's an
But no, I
exception.
mean, so as an exception, so for someone that is an exception and this is where you are, these are the things you've done to have a partner that, damn, this, you know, I could have stayed in the club and got this. You know what I mean? So now it's I got somebody that she's a dependent. That's how I mean, that's the best way I can put it. He sees her as a dependent, and what he's trying to do is to get her out of that mode, but he doesn't know how. And he talks and talks at her. And that again is the fucked up part, is how he communicates and delivers his message. But the message itself, I think, is valid. I think it's very valid. And
I agree.
yeah, I think it's very valid. But as long as he's delivering it like that, and as long as he's talking to her like he does, it'll never hit home. At least I don't think it will.
And then he had a nerve to have a shirt on saying, "I'm talking with you and not at you."
He actually had a couple of shirts that had like little sayings on them. And I'm like, for one, and there are things that he says a lot in this process. And I'm like, well, dang, how did we get that already? But here we are.
My notes that I had for Katina and Olajuwon is nothing new to say that we haven't already said. Not seeing any growth. No new wardrobes for Katina. She must have jumpsuits in every color.
The brown one got me. It looked like she was going to do like CGI or something. Like she was trying to blend in with the
When she got hit by that dodgeball, y'all, I rolled.
Oh my
I
God.
rolled.
I'm
Why
like,
did
if y'all
she
don't take a
fall?
peek, that girl.
Why did she fall like she was a character on Family Guy? You know how whenever they
She's
fall
so frail.
and the arm be all hella twisted up and the leg be twisted back, I was like, why did she fall like that?
Okay, Lori, what else did you have? I'm sorry.
And then so I was like, I like them both as individuals, but just not sure there's fire in this relationship. Like, I mean, I was thinking there was going to be, fire. There was going to be passion, especially, when we're getting to know them early on in the episode. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, this is probably going to be either a really good match or it's going to be such a good match that they're going to go pretty strong early on. And they haven't done that, they're one level up from like Jasmina and Michael with affection, because Jasmina and Michael are not showing any affection, and at least they have a little. But yeah, I'm really surprised of the lack.
You know what? I'm not though, because at the bachelorette party, he kind of gave off a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a prude vibe, but more of a sexually immature vibe.
Who?
So,
Olajuwon?
No.
Oh, Katina. Okay.
Like, oh, I'm not doing that, or I'm not doing that. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but
I'm surprised at him. I'm surprised at him because he seemed like he was, all about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And for him not to be the one to, not initiating or not, pushing it at all, when it seemed like he would have been all over her.
Yeah.
I'm surprised about that, but I'm not surprised about her.
But it even if she did give that kind of vibe, she's already said in some of her, diary confessions that she's ready. She's basically
And how
waiting on
important it
him.
is to her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
And
waiting
her
on
friends
him.
asked her that too, though. Remember, her
Yeah.
friends asked about that too, and let us know how hard. Oh wow, isn't that hard? How hard is that for you?
Yeah.
But I want to know. Did y'all hear when he said that this is the first time that he didn't lead in a relationship? Y'all didn't hear that,
I
BB?
can't tell if it's the truth. I don't know how he's not leading right now.
Right?
He doesn't have the mental capacity to lead anything at this
He believes
point.
so. He believes so.
Oh, I mean, if you don't believe in yourself, who else will, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But I
no.
understand what Brown is also saying, though, that it's the delivery, because I can respect where Olajuwon is coming from, that he's worked really hard to be where he is, and he's looking for a partner to kind of match him and not, be something that he has to be responsible for as well. It's like, let's match each other on this level and have a great life and not have to worry about things. And I'm thinking that's what he's worried about. But at the same token, I know at the reunion, they're going to have like a montage of all the terrible things that he said, because when he was too busy, getting upset at Dr. Pepper, he wasn't listening to what she was saying.
Because she's a woman.
Yeah. And basically, and then of course he came back on his diary confession and was like, well, if she had said it like this, whatever, dude. She's the expert, and she was trying to say that I've seen clips. We've been watching. We see how you're talking, to people, and, where is this coming from, and how can we do better? He didn't even let her finish all that before he shut her down.
Because he's too busy talking. He's
Yeah.
too busy talking, and he's already thinking about what he's going to say,
Mhm.
instead of letting what's been said resonate, penetrate, and then he can respond. But no, he won't even take a beat. That's his damn problem. It gets on my
All
nerve.
right, girl.
Belinda, did you notice that there was a continuity issue?
The tattoos?
Yes.
The tattoo, yeah.
Yes, because so that really goes to show like who told them to go back and make that little blurb about we're okay after the breakdown at the party, because
I
that had
think
to
they
have
still
been
needed them to have
way
to.
late.
Yeah, I think they just needed them to go back and do because it was like probably bad audio and stuff. I don't know if that necessarily means they're still together. Fingers crossed.
I mean, they could have did a voiceover, had them walking around or something. I don't know, but that was really odd to me. Like,
What
what's
hell? Other couples been having sidebar makeup sessions, and then they come 1 minute we see it's all bad, and the next minute we're good, we're in love. It wouldn't have been missed. Let me just say that. So, okay, moving on. Oh, God, which one we going to? Oh, who we gonna end it with?
Let's go to Katina and
Michael.
Jasmina and Michael. Okay. Okay. I'm here for the United Front with the cute t-shirts and hosting the games.
That was
And
dope.
that was.
That was dope.
It
That
was.
dope. I like that. I like it. I like that.
Michael understood the assignment. He is trying. Okay. He is really giving it the old college try. He was like, look, damn it, I'm cold. I'm trying to warm you up a little bit, but they're going in the right direction, but they still need to warm up to each other. Can y'all touch? I will give it to you that you guys interlocked hands and all of that. But even when you were talking with the medium, where was the arm locking, the shoulder rub, the head something?
She was hugged on him now. I thought during the medium. No, during the medium, I thought that she was locked on his arm. Like I thought she was locked on his arm.
I don't know. I felt like when they had the moment where she was kind of crying, he disappointed me, because I was like, how many times has everybody told you when you see an opportunity, take it? And that could have been a time when he could have actually held her or actually got up and gave her a hug. Holding her hand, that was good. It's a start, but I would have expected, that was your moment and you missed it.
Michael,
So
Michael,
maybe he's just not
Michael.
good at this.
Michael
I
I
don't
think it's
know,
strikes
both of
cause
them.
me.
he should have pushed up on her by now. Why you not rubbing her side, grabbing her little muffin
Michael
top, like something?
strikes me as the person that would be like, take your clothes off.
Look how she looking. Like, and he'd be like, and that's all. That's all I got.
So let me know when y'all ready.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Do we
You
need
know
to hear
what?
from Lori first?
Yeah, let's hear Lori's.
Yeah, I don't have much basically of what other than what's been said. They do seem to be doing better, minus not really the touchy feely kind of stuff. But the clip next week basically tells me that again, Jasmina is just not attracted to Michael. That's the prevention, and if she could become attracted to Michael or whatever, I would think that they would have been the star couple of the season.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I agree. And then that's another thing. It's just like, because I've been in positions before where I wasn't attracted to someone out the gate, but the more and more that I spent time with them,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of grew an affection to them. And it's just like, oh, okay, well, I can see the good. Okay. Well, and then if they made an advance or if they didn't, because I have been in situations like that before, I then took it upon myself. Okay, let me take this ball and get it rolling because I'm not. If we gonna sit here and wait for you to make a move, we gonna be waiting forever. And we gonna be old and gray. Talking about we still ain't got it in. So I hold Michael accountable as well as Jasmina because if you're such a sexual person, you would have grabbed the tit, you would have did something, you
But he
would have
can't
got
do
on
that.
top, you would have did
He can't
something.
do that. He can't do that.
So here's the
There's no
problem.
boobs to grab.
Yeah,
There's none.
there really isn't.
There's no tit.
She got a little booty.
No,
She
you
got
said
more
a
than
tit.
Katina.
I mean,
You
yank
said
a
a
little
tit.
hair or something. Oh yeah, Katina
I
is a
think my
flash.
ass is bigger than Katina's ass, but that's neither
Katina
here
has
nor
a
there.
flash.
So here's the problem.
Flat.
And as a man, I totally get this, understand this. When you make an advancement in your sperm once, twice, and again, then you dare not go back and try again. Even if it's obvious, even if it's wanted, it is hard to go back because I promise you, if he tried to show any affection between going back to the beginning up to now, it was not reciprocated or appreciated or welcomed from her. Part of that is she does not want it from me. She's not been feeling it. And so I think if he tried, he would have gotten rejected. And whether it's ego, whether it's not wanting to make the wrong move, it's hard to open that up again once that faucet has been shut off completely.
And I get
So
that. I get that.
yeah,
But why not take a page from Gil? Because Gil kept holding Mira's feet to the fire. Okay, so what do you
well, I
like to
mean, they're
do
two different
sexually?
people. They're two different people.
But
They
no,
are. They're
I
two
get
different
it.
people.
I get it. But I'm saying is have a conversation about it. What turns you on? Make it a game. Do something.
Well, but then you also have to have two willing people. And what have we heard the last 3 weeks? He just doesn't make it. He's not making me wet. He doesn't get me wet. I
Because
think was
neither
what she
of them
said
are
in one
doing anything
episode.
to get the vajayjay wet.
So here's the thing: if you're saying what he should be doing, but what you're missing is what she's not doing,
I'm saying
and,
she
and
need
what
to be
she's
doing something too.
but she's not going to do what she doesn't feel. She doesn't feel it for him, so she's not going to be. She's not going to
Receptive.
initiate anything
Mm-hmm.
or going to be really open to anything he does because she's not feeling it. And I
She
think
killing
that's the
me with
bottom
this
line.
conversation stuff though. You need to be open, Michael. Open, Michael. I'm like, I feel I know more about this food than like she does. When he cried a couple weeks ago and told us about his mom, his brother, and all of that, that's not open.
Yeah, I think he's been real vulnerable.
Mhm.
Right. We haven't heard anything about her.
Yeah. Other
The
than when she had the prank of her being on a period.
Oh God.
That's all
Never
we
mind.
got.
I thought you was gonna go back further, Levy, because that was so irrelevant. I thought you were gonna talk about like in the beginning when we heard about, that her mom, that she calls her mom, is not really her mom, and who, all that type of stuff. So I thought we were talking about that, but that's all we've heard, and that was in the beginning with the fact we haven't heard her open
Yeah,
up to him.
she hasn't been transparent. She
No,
hasn't. Mm-mm. I
no.
agree. I agree.
I think Michael could be the sexually smoothest guy in the world, and it wouldn't matter because she doesn't want what he has to offer.
But he could start it off with a hug. Hug.
Okay, and again, he gonna get a church hug, and that'll be it. Like I don't. I think what you're missing is the fact. you,
But
but
a
she said,
hug can break someone down. If you say like you might be going through something and nobody else knows, but if you get that touch or that hug or some type of embrace, you just like you so silly, Iva. But you would just break down like, damn, I needed that. He can
yeah,
start with
yeah.
that.
He could start with it, or she could be open to it and show and invite him in. Like the moment where he's sitting there talking to the medium, that was a clear. Like there have been a couple times where he's kind of broken down, and were golden opportunities for her to show some, rub
Compassion.
his back, rub
Mhm,
his head, do
mhm,
something. It's
mhm.
not there. It's not there. So honestly, whatever he does, if he goes in the hug, she'll give him a church hug.
You think so?
She'll give him a church hug.
Man, you got to go to the hug and then just give a old kiss on the neck. Just got to start kissing.
And she'll
That
be like,
side, he'll give her
And he
that
can reach
side
her
hug.
back.
she'll do
That
like you
side
do
hug.
when your dog when your dog try to lick you in your mouth and you kind of turn your head. She'll be like, yeah, all right.
But if
Yeah,
but if you
it's not.
incorporate that on a daily basis, she gonna break down. Nikki Parker and Professor Ogilvy, she gonna break down.
So
Maybe
I think
maybe I was
he
a hoe at that age. I was too much of a hoe. It's just like
no, I think, but what you're wanting him to do is I gotta break her down. That's what you're saying. I gotta beat her down to
no, I'm
get her
not
to love.
saying beat her down, but
Not
there
physically, but I gotta beat down her wall to get her to love
no, not beat, but chip at it a little bit. Like
No,
me.
we
Okay.
trying to get him to be able to beat down her wall, bro.
ah,
He's not there. So he's gonna have
He'll
to
never
start with
get
like
there.
a booty
He'll
rub or
he'll never get
something.
there.
He better start with a booty rub, or when she walking off and trying to, he got on them little pants, pop that boot. Pop. Oh, hey
right,
girl,
right,
something
right,
like that. You better flirt with me and be like, boy, you better,
right. What
you
happened
better
to good old fashioned flirting? What
It's
happened to
hard.
that?
It's called sexual harassment when one person doesn't want
Hmm.
Ma'am, sir, you are
What
in a
about it?
whole ass marriage. There is a reason why
it.
you are legally able
Tell her
to
that.
screw your brains out.
Tell her that though. Like I hear what you're saying that he needs to do, but again, if she's not showing an openness to any of this, or if she's spurned him on any advances he's made to this point, and I'm assuming because I don't know, but the lack of affection that she's shown and the fact that she has physically said he's not getting me wet, I
Okay.
just don't feel about him in that way. Like sometimes
Okay.
people take exactly what they feel. You
Mm.
Did
gotta
she
you
say
gotta
that in front of him? That she doesn't get okay.
this next week it was in front of me.
Okay. So I'm really hoping that he comes back with, well, what could I do to get you wet? Or
No.
I'm
We
coming
can
As
back
a
wish
boy
with
mom, you better not.
I'm
You
coming
better
back.
not.
I'm
I'm a
coming
boy
back
mom.
with, hey, well, it was great. I appreciate it. Here's my decision day. Where's my sticker that say this is
uh-uh.
my decision?
I really think that they have what it takes to make it work. They just got to she just needs to get out of her own way and open up more to him. But I still think that he, like Ivan said, get a pop on the butt. Like Melinda said, just graze the neck a little bit, little something, something. A hug. Start with a hug. Break her down. Be like, can I have a hug before you go? Something,
You
because
ever
I
had
know for me, that would get me somebody. If I'm leaving the house every day, I'm like, can I get a hug?
you ever had somebody
Okay, fool.
you ever had somebody
Right.
touch you that you don't want to touch you?
I
Did it make you
have.
feel like? Did it make you feel like, oh, okay, hey, like you feel like, what is wrong with you? Get your hands off
But
of
if
me.
I didn't want them to touch me, then we wouldn't even be wearing matching shirts and
Exactly.
having whole handshakes and all kind of shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
friends do that.
They definitely have
Friends,
fallen so
friends
far.
do that. Like friends do that. They are good friends. They are really, really good friends. They are. They
See,
are really.
and
She doesn't see him sexually.
I'm thinking that they may very well be the next Miles and Karen, because we thought that it wasn't going to work because Karen was cold and she's not opening up to him, and look where they are right now. She can't get enough of him.
And
Girl,
what happened?
And
And what
then
happened?
What
She
you
what?
mean?
changed.
She did.
Yeah, she
Well, she
did.
changed off camera. Now
Yeah.
I'm kind of going with you a little bit, Lovey, because in the last Keisha show, she did say when Keisha asked, what would you be upset about, and oh, I'm nervous about this and that. Well, what about this? Oh, I'm nervous. If he says no, so boom, she's thinking about saying yes, and she's thinking hard about saying yes because she doesn't want to say yes if he says no, and so she's thinking about saying yes. But yeah, I think they're together. But yeah,
I do too.
she might be a Karen. You're right.
Okay, we done with them.
yeah, let's go to.
Oh God,
Oh, Lord.
I
This
need
man don't fight
I,
her and leave her.
I need Lindsay to come to the front and collect your bipolar medication. Stop pushing away this medication that Kanye is pushing away.
Don't bring him into this.
Was she on that same shit that he on? Like, girl, she is like a spider monkey first thing in the morning. Oh my God, girl, can I wake up?
Wrestling though. But how you gonna be mad when this man says, "I have something for us to calm down," because you're a little hyper. Oh my God, you're rude, you're rude, you're rude. But then you guys are at the game night, and when they say, what was that thing about the what might you lie about sex? Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
said like
she
three or
is
four
so.
rude. She said 3 or 4 rude answers to him, like for real.
Yeah.
And no,
She was
yeah,
so
she was
disrespectful.
rude. She was so disrespectful. She was.
No, but it was a laugh for me. Where was that? Was that Noy? That was like, girl.
Yeah. I think they all were looking at her like,
I said it 5 weeks ago. She does not have any respect for him. And without that, nothing will work. There's nothing that he can do to change that because she doesn't respect him. And that's just the issue. Simple as that.
I hope Mark is planning his next steps, like where he's gonna live and stuff. Maybe he can be roomies with Chris, but
And they can play
yeah,
off.
yeah, exactly. I hope neither one of them say yes at the end because this is too toxic. And Lindsay, you need to not drink in these group
At all.
settings. Yes, but not at all. Yeah, maybe she needs to go to AA, but definitely put down the drinks when you're in a group setting because you're getting out of hand, out of line, really rude. And sometimes most of the time it's Mark that's
Offended.
but you're gonna offend somebody else, and then there's gonna be a fight. Like like there already was early on. I think it was funny how secretly she was just kind of like the next day hung over and ashamed. I think how she acted and dipped out really early because as soon as she got what they call it, the banana bag, the hydration bag.
Yep,
Right.
the
I
banana
said it
bag.
even
Yep.
before even before she said it. I was like, girl, you dehydrated. That's why you are there.
Yep. As soon as she, had that, she was asleep and feeling better. So yeah, she was just ashamed and embarrassed, I think, and dipped out.
Yeah, she doesn't. You're right. She does not affect him. We've all said that. I mean, bowling alley. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
And he's real good because every 5 minutes, when she doesn't get her way, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. She said that again. When they walked out, she was like, "Oh, so you want to come out here and be part of production?" He was like, "No, I'm leaving because I left because of what you said." "Oh no, but you need to come talk. I'm done with you." He was like, "All right," like I'm out. Then y'all saw trying to keep her from going down the stairs. Like, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna come in my face and confront me, right? You're gonna be right here.
Then when I kick
So,
your ass, then
and
one
then
little
when I
kick,
kick your
when I'm
ass,
sitting on this couch and I kick you away from me, then it's gonna be a problem. Now
then it's
I'm
gonna be a
abusive.
problem. Exactly, BB. Exactly. I was thinking the same
'Cause
thing.
I'm
I was
sure
like,
if
so
she
now
was
she
carrying
about
down
to
those
come in
steps,
there.
she would have been in his face because she drunk. So it would
She
have
would have.
been typical. Yes.
Should have been in his face sober though, BB. Let's keep that part all the
Yeah.
way funky. Should have been it because her part of I'm a big bad person or whatever. I don't want to let my feelings go. You're a little bit too puffed up. You're not as vulnerable as you think you are, sweetie. And you are
At
like,
all.
you have on long johns and a long sleeve shirt and you show an ankle and you think that this man is supposed to jump at you. No, I need a little thigh. I need some knee. Like, what are you giving me here? What
Mm,
are you giving me? And then, like the lady said on the Keisha show, I think that you're the person that every 15 minutes, I'll give you the shirt off my back, but then you're going to tell me every 15
every
minutes
15
that you're
minutes.
wearing it, that I'm letting you wear it. Don't
Yeah.
nobody want to hear that shit at all. At all. I think that you are too sensitive for the attitude that you have. That's
Oh,
that's not
for
what it is.
sure.
She's
Because you
too
can
Mm-hmm.
do
sensitive
it, but you cannot
but
take it back.
Yeah.
at all.
Can't take it.
Mm-hmm.
The whole
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what anybody thinks here. God is on my side and I'm a good person and I didn't let anybody tell me that in high school and middle school and I'm not gonna let you guys tell me here. Like Jasmina said, we were singing like, bitch, what happened? What
I
happened?
don't do pack
What happened?
mentality. And I'm like, no, they all just know that you are horrible. It's not a pack. It is the truth.
And one last thing I'm gonna throw in.
Trash.
She could be in the sexiest lingerie showing everything she has.
Look at
It
our
will
face.
not matter. It will not matter because he is turned off by her because of her actions. He's not going to find her sexually attractive
Nope.
because of how she acts.
And that voice,
So
Fran
that
Drescher.
is a complete turn off.
Yeah, she has a Fran Drescher voice. So you need to work doubly hard, boo boo, because you have the Fran Drescher voice. I'm gonna
Um,
need
Well,
to
that
think of
laugh.
something else besides that.
so the lady that was on the after party, I can't think of her name,
Yeah, I can't either.
but she is the co-host of the podcast that Sarah Cologne, the guest from the previous week. Um, they have a podcast together and they imitate. They recap the show too, and they imitate Lindsay as though she is a heavy smoker, sounding like Marge Simpson. Oh my God, it is hilarious. But I love the fact that the two of them really held whoever was the guest on the show, held them to the fire. Like, well, I wish you would have done this. They were honest and transparent versus I'm not transparent, but honest with them as a viewer. Whereas where Kevin and his wife is, I felt as though they were kind of like pandering to them because they
No,
were there
I
in
think
their
Kevin
face.
kind of gave it a little bit. I
Nah.
think he talked. I think the wife kind of gave like a good. Well, she talked about it from her part because she was like, "Ooh, had that been me, I've been with her for 20 years, and I still would have been like, excuse me."
Yeah, if you listen
So,
to their podcast in comparison to how they conducted themselves on the after party, it's like night and day. It's just
oh,
like, okay, wow.
okay,
I was expecting more. Like, come on now, you are voice of the people.
yeah.
Ask these
I
people these questions.
I did love when the lady said, I thought you picked that because it was something that she'd be quiet at."
She had me on the floor when she said
Oh, I
that.
was rolling
Yes.
when she said that. I was dying. Now I do like the fact because I thought it was just me. I was like, "Is Mark the shark slimming down?" So he is slimming down. Well, she's starving his ass. But anyway, she's checked his salt intake and stuff like that. And what did he say? What did she say? "Oh yeah, I'm getting you down to your 20s weight." His wife has him doing it. His wife, she's taking her kudos or whatever. Maybe he could have turned around and been like, "Thank you," because that's what she was waiting for. But it's a part. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna talk about them anymore. Um, I know it's a part of me that being in a relationship, it's not 50-50. It is 100-100. So I understand that you have to for lack of a better word, cater sometimes to their feelings because it will come back to you in the end. But it's a lot of times that I look at Mark and I'm kind of looking at him like I'm kind of with you, like why I'm gonna say that, like all you had to do was say that you apologize, and I don't think that you realize that.
I
I
was
was
so
kind of
pissed
with
that he
him, like
apologized.
I was too, because I kind of want to be like, no, bitch, no, no. Like when he said you're mad at me because of just this, and she was like, all you had to do was, I, yeah. I was kind of like, well, what are you gonna do for me? Because I'm doing
Right.
a whole bunch of apologizing, and then if she just said, if he just said, well, what are you doing for me? She just said, I put on a fucking hazmat suit on day 3. She would, she would have gone there. You know what I'm saying?
She said that a
So
couple times.
she
Oh yeah.
has. That's what I'm
Hmm.
saying.
Yeah,
But she
she
would have
said
brought
it a
that up
couple
in
times.
Vermont. Would he have been like, so what? I'm doing this for you. I'm apologizing for you to make you feel better, so we could just calm it down. What would you? What are you gonna do? What are you doing for me? She'd have brought up the hazmat suit from day 3.
Have you done for me lately?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Lindsay, I don't know what consistency it is that you're expecting when you're very inconsistent.
Right.
Okay. You are batshit crazy and you need help, and your family and friends have failed you because nobody has held your feet to the fire. All they say is, oh, that's Lindsay. Oh, really? Okay. You send her
I
up to
think they
failure.
just don't rock with her. I think their answer is we're not gonna fuck with her.
But
They're
her
afraid of her.
dad,
Especially her dad and brother too. I think that they like.
Mhm.
I don't think they mess with her for real, for real. Like, I think dad'd be like, they have fun on the phone. Let it ring. Let it ring. I'll take
So
right now.
ironically, I think it's the same thing for Olajuwon. None of his people, made him accountable for some of the things when he met like with his coach and some, his best friend and
I'm so,
stuff. So
I'm
the
sorry,
same
Miss
thing's
Lloyd.
happening with
Bring
this
that
one.
back. I'm sorry, Miss Lloyd. Cut you off. Bring that back. His coach, right?
Right.
Because that's the only person besides his best friend that he's had. Because he says he has no friends, right?
Hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
I thought it was
Go.
coach and he had a good friend that he met like out on the park and there was one other person, right?
No, the one friend that we met, the little cute, is he Fijian or whatever he is? The other little
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
Well,
it.
anyway, so none of them have been making him accountable for his stuff. So I think it's the same thing. I think it's just their personalities. Again, they're very similar, Lindsay and Olajuwon, and but nobody's just holding their feet to the fire to do better.
Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't know. These people are crazy. They need help. They just need to start from scratch. And I'm really hoping that this season has opened their eyes for them to do a reality check within themselves so that they can better themselves.
Mhm.
And just because you make money or just because you hold a title doesn't necessarily mean that you're successful. And I hate when people think because they are of a certain pay grade that, oh, I'm a success story. I'm this and I'm that. No, are you an overall good person? It's a whole package. Like, I don't get that. But yeah, run, Mark, run. Oh, by the way, did y'all peep that the rooftop? That was nice. When Mark was on the
Mm-hmm.
rooftop, I was like, oh, I see why they always up
I'm
there.
like, now see what they keep doing out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. But yeah.
On to Australia. I'm just playing.
So the one thing I did notice, it was funny how I just kind of picked up on it when they were doing the game at the cabin with the dry erase boards. I was like, that looks familiar, and the marker and everything. And sure enough, I have the dry erase board in my office, so I know where they got it from.
Did the marker have an electric eraser on the end of
Yeah,
it?
it did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, what are they? How are they erasing? And I thought I saw that they were using the tip. I was like, oh, okay, that's neat.
I saw Katina flip it over and wipe something off. It's on
Because
the
in
back
a
of it.
in a way, it almost looked like it was a canvas. I was like, is that a canvas? How are they
I
doing
don't
it?
know. I'm kind of
Where'd it come
blurry.
from?
Comes from Target.
Fumble.
Oh well, it costs $90 a piece to me.
It was it's $9
If it come from Target. We talking
It had
about
a $20 surcharge on it.
Lord, see, we can't even get that. We can't even get that kind of intimacy from Michael and Jasmina. So right now, everyone, Brown is scratching Brown's
Oh,
back, and I guess it was feeling good because you know how when you scratch a dog and they start kicking their leg, she was doing her arm like
I don't have a Brown. Do y'all see my back scratcher?
Okay, I used to have one of those
It's
actually.
and it's tele what they call it, tele whatever scop because it's real long.
telescopic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
telescopic.
That's
This is
cute.
my Brown. Well, it's not a Brown.
Okay.
I call it Blue Baby.
Lord, that is funny. Yeah, can we get that? Just these folks need to Mark and Lindsay. They just need to stop all sex. Everybody else, they need to. Belinda, why you keep doing your face like that?
I just Lindsay. Every time y'all say it, then I'm too visual because as soon as y'all say something about her and sex, I'll be like, oh my
She's
god,
so
Lord knows.
aggressive. And then she doesn't even like the man's sex. So why are you with him? You think he can train it? Well, you can't. That can get better. But anyway, he's not into you. And she already said she don't like the sex. My husband is very selfish. We have to fix that because it's kind of shortcomings.
Yeah, the minute
Girls,
that you would have
that's a
put
mess.
my sex life out there in the atmosphere in front of everyone, that's when I would have been like, I'm with Brown. Today
The
is my
bowling
decision
alley,
day.
Yeah.
I would have been throwing bowling balls at her. Like they would have had to drag me out.
Because I'm still not convinced he didn't hear her.
I think
because I saw when he kind of did that. You know how men do
Chris
like,
was like, she said,
I think that's just the editing though. I'm for sure. I'm thinking he heard her yelling and saying some things, but I don't think he heard all the details.
I'm
But
gonna ask.
see, this is where when I heard that and they were talking and they were like, "Is that her?" This is where my nose is. I'd have got up and walked. Is that was that her? Oh, okay. Hold on. Knock, knock, knock. Don't even worry about it, boo boo. Don't even. Hey, somebody put Ludacris on the jukebox. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It would have been a hard
for
no
real.
for me. And she damn sure would have had to found her own ride to the hospital. I would have been just that petty. Mm-mm. Oh, I'm sorry.
You
No.
don't have my back. And I know it. I knew it from the start. You won't even take me. I'm like fucking dying over here. I put a hazmat suit on for you
Oh
after
my
day
God.
3, and you can't even take me to the hospital. I'm dying. Can somebody take me to the hospital? And Jasmine and they be
Uber.
like, well, we cooking breakfast because you were supposed to be cooking, but wait till after. Just take a break and see if you feel good after toast. Oh, you don't feel good? Oh, okay,
After
well.
toast? You know what? And on
This
that
what you
note,
need when you hung
I
over. You just need
can't.
a little carbs and some Gatorade, girl.
I
We didn't have to go
cannot.
through
Right. She
all
needed a
that.
little electrolytes. That's all
A
she
little
needed.
electrolytes and some old
You
carbs.
should
Put a
have
little
gave
grease
her
on it.
ass
Fry up some
right.
chicken.
Gave her ass a
Fry her up
Powerade.
some
She'd have
chicken.
been fine.
Oh my God, you know what? And on that note, we are done. This was a good episode. I'm glad it kind of picked up. Please let it be good next week so we can come back. If not, we're gonna hold off for another week and we're gonna come back where we could come and discuss 2 episodes in one. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely be sure to hit the subscribe buttons and the notification bell so that you can be aware whenever I upload something. Definitely leave your comments. What are your thoughts on this season? What do you think needs to be improved? What needs to go? What needs to stay? And all that other good stuff. Definitely keep checking us out right here on YouTube, as well as Pop Break TV and popbreak.com and all other social media platforms under Live, Laugh, and Lovey. Alrighty, y'all. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna see you next week, but yeah, we'll talk. I'll holler.
See you soon. We'll holla.